insurance agency. This is our continuous series of webinars. Now, let me quickly introduce you. I'm Avdesh Saxena. I'm author of this book called Friendly Agent, The Secrets Behind Building a Multi-Million-Dollar Insurance Agency. Now, let's go ahead. So last session, we discussed secret number one for scaling up or building an insurance agency. And the number one is first finding your niche. So, if you can find one problem which, only you can solve best for your customer, scale up an agency. So secret number two is you have to cut through the noise. So if you see, I asked insurance agents what kind of challenges they are facing currently. And some of the things which I heard from them was, and these are exact words which they use, getting through all the noise online to get people's attention, and then to rise above, to be seen and heard in the myriad agencies around me that I compete with every day, both local and online. So challenge is real. There are thousands of agencies. There are different startups, online competitors coming in, and it's difficult to cut through this noise. So what are some of the big players doing? When you see these big agencies and all, how are they able to scale? So one thing which they are doing is they're building a brand. They're trying to become a local or a global hero. So basically, if you look right, so Reebok sells shoes, but Nike is a brand, and you might have seen recently, Reebok is not a, it is kind of losing in the market. Sales are declining. At the same time, Nike, who has been spending a lot in its brand, it has moved outside the shoes also, the apparel and other kind of businesses, and they are growing on a regular basis. So basically, ultimate goal of a branding is to create a recognizable entity, through visual and other mechanism, and people should be able to relate with your brand some one way or the other. And it ties back to our first secret, finding your niche. So once you know your niche, you can build your brand around it. So for example, if your niche is that you serve high net worth individuals for their life insurance, then you can build your brand around it, so that all your branding material, your website and everything communicates that message, and people know exactly what you do. So tomorrow when they have that need, they come directly to you and not to other dozens of agencies around you, or some of these online uh, insurance providers. The simplest form of branding is knowing who you are and repeat it multiple times, repeat it over and over. And that's how you cut through the noise. If you're communicating multiple things, okay, I sell all line of business, everything, we serve everyone, then it becomes difficult to differentiate. But if you say that okay, we specialize in only this one thing, then people are easily able to relate with you, and it's easy to target them also online. We will discuss about marketing and lead generation in coming sessions, but all these things align with that objective. Now let me take an example of one of the agencies who was closing multi-million-dollar deals by building a brand. I'm not sure if you've heard, but Chris from Paradiso Insurance, he has an insurance agency in Stafford CD. And if you just go through his social media account and profile, you'll see that you'll learn a lot of things about him. That he wakes up at 4 a.m., he does 8+ mile, he loves his family. Um, he talks a lot about country and respect for veterans. Flag. If you go to his website, you see a lot of flags. So whenever somebody looks at it, they get the impression, what he stands for. He supports multiple charity, other agents, he uses technology for his business, and all those things. And once one more thing which he do is, like, he has a flag day which happens every year, and in that he kind of invites the whole town, and he will give away flags and his branded shirts and all those items, and people are able to uh, know him, relate with him, and then when they have a need for insurance, they reach out to him. So that's, like, kind of locally building brand. Plus he has also niched out to certain particular line of businesses and building brand around it. Now, how do you build a brand? What are some of the actionable items or steps which you can take? And again, this is something which I figured by interviewing a lot of top insurance agency owners and thought leaders in the space. So first step is to update your online and offline profile. So all your social media accounts, your that image, it should show either your face or your brand logo which you're trying to promote, and the heading should be clear. If it is like, generic, like, okay, local insurance agency in this thing, then people may not be able to remember you. But again, if you're very specific, as I mentioned earlier, that okay, we provide life insurance to high net worth individual, then it relates, or it with people, and they will be able to recognize who you are. And you can add those hashtags also in your profile, depending on platform, whether it's Instagram or Twitter, and you can get a lot of traction based on that. Finding your audience, as we discussed, like, once you know your niche, you will be able to find your audience, and then have a brand which will reflect uh, what this audience is about. So for example, if you're selling Medicare, which is for 65 year and above, then the images which you show on your website and all should be in those lines. People who are 65 years and above, they're it doesn't make sense to show picture of someone who's really young and all, like, they'll not be able to relate to it when they come to your website. Then finding where your audience is gathering. Again, different platforms have different kind of audience gathering is, as you know, right? Like Pinterest, it's all like 80% are females there. On Instagram, you'll find a lot of young profile, younger, like, even 35 to 45 age, you'll find that, but it's mainly 25 to 35, 40, that kind of audience is there. What kind of groups they are participating in. So again, same example, if you're targeting high net worth individual for life insurance, you should be participating in groups which are focused on high net worth individual, people who are into wealth building and those kind of things. You'll find those kind of Facebook groups, and even tag those hashtags um, when you're going with the marketing. Focus on what makes you different. Yep, we talked about it. And design is also very important. So one main thing which I heard from most of the agency owners is they have a design guide, which a design guide, if you don't know it, it contains what kind of fonts you use, what kind of color schemes you use in different things. And it's important to have a similar design reflected in all your campaigns and communication, so that people can relate with. There's a famous quote by Jim Rohn: you are the average of 5 people you spend the most time with. So like, are you spending time with, like, some of these successful agency owners or people who think about this business and who are already ahead of the curve? So so that's why we are coming up with an exclusive community called Friendly Agent Pro. It is kind of an accelerator for all the agency owners, irrespective of which level you are, whether you are, say, $0 to $1 million revenue, or 1 million to 10 million, 10 million to 50, or $100 million plus revenue. There are all those scales. And In this group, you'll find all these, forward-looking, those minded agency owners. And during writing this book, I was able to, maintain connect with a lot of such thought leaders. And that's the community which we are trying to create, which will be called Friendly Agent Pro. Um, you will learn what's working in today's world. So, for example, like, do you know a lot of agents are today using this Nextdoor uh, app to generate leads? Um, Secondly, Clubhouse, that's very hot right now. People are able to generate lead and establish authority on certain line of business. So there are a lot of things which are changing, and they have been evolving over a period of time. And if you're not up to speed with them, then you kind of uh, miss on those opportunities. So by being part of this group or this accelerator, you will get opportunity to see what's happening today, what's working today, and get guidance from people who are already done it. So for example, if you are at a $10 million mark and you want to learn how to scale to 50, 100 million, then you can get the guidance from people who have already done it, ask questions, and um, all those kind of mentoring provided from the community. So this is something which is coming soon. So if you're part of our mailing list, or if not, you can join anytime on our website, friendlyagentbot.com. And if you're getting this book, the website is friendlyagentbook.com. You can buy the book. You'll get a companion course free, and there are around $750 worth of free bonus material available there. And there's a discount for this Friendly Agent Pro community as well. Thanks everyone for joining today's session. Keep looking for our upcoming sessions where we'll discuss how to scale up your insurance agency. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out our website, friendlyagentbot.com. Thank you.